That's what that's all about. Is Jay Spolsky still here? Okay. Well, it was really neat to have Jay here. I was in the Marine Corps with Jay in the Marine Corps band when I got stationed to 29 Palms from Camp Pendleton. We were on standby for Vietnam, and my goal had nothing to do with being a teacher. My goal was either to go where the action was at war, or if I didn't get to serve my country that way, it was to become a studio recording artist. I wanted to be where the action was. And they would never send me to the School of Music for me to be able to get that advanced training. They said I didn't need it. I told them, use your ears, and you can tell. So that's where my heart was all about, going forward, being physical. Sports are what came easy for me. I had to really work at music. I was tone deaf. I was probably the first student in my high school choir that got asked to find another class to be in. I was a boy soprano, and I guess it had a good tone, but I was monotone, and it didn't work too well. So I spent 2 years working on Bruce Benward's ear training tapes while I toured with Continental Singers and went to college and did those kind of things. While I was at college, after the Marine Corps, which is kind of a miracle in itself, is because I had an incident with some drunk civilians while I was on standby, and I was never supposed to run again, and always have to use a cane to walk. And they wanted to give me a medical discharge. Well, I was young and dumb, and you know the rest. And I said, I will run again. And they said, it's not possible. So, in fact, we're going to give you a medical discharge. And so I said, well, how long do I have to pass the PT test? And they said, you have 30 days. So I rehabbed myself, passed the Marine Corps PT test, and they didn't know it, but I had a full tuition scholarship waiting for me as a musician and decathlete at Azusa Pacific University, and I knew I couldn't afford to do it without that scholarship, and they were holding the scholarship for me until I got out of the Marine Corps, which was a blessing, I believe, from God. While I was at that college, you got to understand that I never needed more than 3 hours sleep a night until I was about 47. I had a little bit of energy, and I did a lot of unusual things that people don't think people should be doing. But I did that to earn a hug from my parents. Okay, and that's been a goal for me, is to make sure that everybody I come in contact does not have to earn a hug from me. And so I hope I've been a role model for that. And while I was teaching 50 private students a week, while I was attending college, as an athlete and a music major, and working with the security force there at night, and a few other things, I found that I was very capable of sending students out of my studio crying. And yeah, you guys can believe it. And once again, for the second time in my life, I asked myself, why was I created the way I am? What is my purpose then, if I'm bringing heartache to these people? I was a perfectionist once upon a time, and
no, really?
And I used to be able to do a recording session and count the mistakes in a 2-hour performance on one hand. I worked that hard at trying not to make mistakes. I still make them. And sometimes over and over again, trying to learn. So I'm in an unusual situation in life that I hope you all find yourselves. And that is that probably the most important thing is to realize that our job in life is to position ourselves as a learner. And as a teacher, that's what I've tried to do. And I'm still learning from you. Each of you. I'm still learning from you. I may not remember all the situations. I may have a hard time putting faces with names. But I still learn from you, and I think I will always be blessed to learn from people around me. And I think the man upstairs is the one that has provided you in my life, not just me in your life, but for you to have the influence that you've all had in shaping me. One of my greatest role models at school is Mrs. Alexander. And you have no idea what a phenomenal instructor she is and person. Get to know her. She has been just one of the best role models I could ever ask for. And here I've been teaching so many years and received so many awards. And I have 3 students that I've taught that are now teachers. And a young man that conducts a Marine Corps band. And I still am learning. And I'm learning from people that I'm blessed to have in my life, like Mrs. Alexander. So please, don't look down on anybody. Learn from everybody. Because the man upstairs has designed us with our good points and our faults so that we can do that and share the important creation that he's made inside you with other people and them with you. And I hope you never stop praising this lady, because she is the largest blessing I've ever had. In closing, all I have to say is praise the Lord. Thank
you. And real quick, I just want to thank every single one of you guys. We kept it a secret. And just for coming. I mean, you guys came from all over the United States with your little ones traveling from everywhere. And I just so appreciate you guys all being here and helping me celebrate my husband. Thank you.